gold.
Nonsense.
The Golden God!
And he dragged you two into this nonsense?
I volunteered.
And her gold is not in her. She's a diamond under her. Wanna lay you down. I'll try my power.
This is another presentation of the world's greatest. I'm sorry. The universe's greatest podcast.
The multiverse.
The multiverse. My bad.
Multiverse.
My bad. We exist in all forms and facets, from the alpha to the omega. This is John and Charlie's Golden Nonsense.
Golden Nonsense.
I am John Miller, and this is my brother
Charlie Reifenberger.
And today we have an esteemed guest.
Highly esteemed.
He's new on the Memphis comedy circuit, but he's a nice guy. He's a fucking piece of shit too. Give it up for my boy, Mr. Gavin Yates.
Absolutely.
Welcome.
Thank you guys, man.
Keep it to your close.
Yeah,
talking
up
to
here,
it. There
next
you go.
to my mouth.
There you go.
Oh, I can hear myself.
There you go.
Well, thank you for joining
Thank
us,
you
sir.
guys.
So before the podcast, we were having a conversation about Gavin's hearing. And
Yeah.
he told us that he's partially deaf.
Partially deaf.
I
It's
lost
limited.
half hearing in my right ear.
Right ear because you lost a friend in a fight.
Yeah, I
At the
lost the
same
fight
time.
big time. Yeah,
You
I
lost the
a friend. Lost. Oh man, well, he was 6'2", about 250.
Okay.
Giant man.
Oh, he's a big boy.
Yeah, and I'm 5'7" 3/4.
Okay.
And at the time was like 160.
Now,
Yeah.
I wanted to ask earlier, like, I don't want to start the podcast with violence, right? And I do not want to make fun of your. I don't want to make fun of your tragic loss of your friend and your hearing at the same time. But what I want to understand is what started this fight, and how was your ear the victim?
All right, so I was working overnight at this car factory in Smyrna, Tennessee. It's the Nissan plant.
Smyrna,
right?
yeah, I'm
Okay.
familiar.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I had like an 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. shift.
Right.
And I was going to school at MTSU for music industry.
Okay.
And trying to make it where I was doing promotions for a blues club. I'm giving too much backstory here. But
Right. He's like, I'm gonna tell you my.
yeah, let me tell you. Let me set the scene. So, no, man, I
So
was
in the year 1492, a man named Columbus
sailed the ocean
came
blue.
to the New World.
Right. He brought white people.
How did that affect our story? Well, I'll get to that.
I got a cool story about that. We'll get to that later. No, so I was paying the rent. I was working. I was going to school, but a lot of times the rent was late. Okay, because I was a
Sure.
kid. And so the rent was late. The
This is
landlord
Middle
called
Tennessee,
him.
Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah,
MTSU,
MTSU. State College.
Middle
Oh
Tennessee
yeah,
State.
you're not from Tennessee. That's
I'm
right.
not- I don't-
Right.
yeah.
MTSU is the catch-all university.
Yeah.
and it used to be University of Memphis was kind of like that, but fucking MTSU blew the fuck up. Sometime between me going to college. So
That's funny. That sounds a lot like Georgia State. Georgia State used to be like nothing, and now
Right.
fucking
Everybody
everybody goes
goes
to
there.
Georgia State.
Right.
MTSU is like a party and art school. So they had
Yeah.
like Eddie Murphy used to party there back in the 80s. My
Damn.
mom went there, got pregnant with me.
there you go.
Yeah.
and you went there.
And I went there.
Got
I came
pregnant-
back.
and got pregnant with who?
Worked in the same restaurant that she worked at when she got pregnant with me, which was
Really?
weird. Yeah, it was like
Damn.
a Hooters. It's called Toots. They don't
Yo,
focus on the
what?
top. They focus on the bottom. It's
Bottom.
called Toots. Their
Toots.
symbol is a clam.
Really?
I swear to
What
God.
the fuck?
This is the
It's a
sluttiest restaurant to
Toots.
work
Good,
in.
good college town.
It's a
Yo,
great.
that's excellent.
Yeah, dude. The college bar in my first college in New Orleans that really grasped my attention was called The Boot.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking.
That's down there in Tulane.
Yeah, right next to
Yeah,
Tulane, dude.
yeah. I've been there before.
Dude, you know how it gets.
Yeah.
This is back when you're drinking.
Yeah.
Dude, it was.
Oh, yeah.
But that's how I got this scar on my elbow.
Yeah.
Dude,
The
fucking-
boot sounds like a place you get in a fight at.
too much. I got into a fist fight. The night I blacked out, I got into a fist fight with a dude over who's the fucking Christian quarterback that was hot money back in college.
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow. And I told him that he was dog shit, right? Because I
Yeah.
was like, I'm from Tennessee. Shout out to Tennessee.
Fuck Tim Tebow.
Right, fuck Tim Tebow in Florida,
Yep.
all that
Yep.
shit. And he was like, I'm gonna murder you. And I kicked his dog and punched him in the face.
You kicked his dog?
Not broadside, but kind of like, moved
him
him out
away.
the way.
Yeah.
I used my foot to move the dog.
Get this dog out of
to
here.
get a better stance.
Clear
And I
that up.
socked him.
Fuck this Tim Tebow loving
The
dog.
human, not the dog.
The human, not the
Right.
dog. And then we start tussling in the street. I get free. I'm like, why am I fighting a white boy in New Orleans? And I ran away and ended up somewhere else. And it's just a series of just bad decisions
Yep.
that night. But, okay.
Back to my
Fuck
fight
this
story.
Christian. Fuck this Christian and this Christian loving dog right here.
This is a new crusade.
This is.
I'm a Christian.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's Christian. That's what the Crusades were. It was Christians on Christians. It was just disagreeing over
No, Christians on Muslims.
and Christians too.
Oh, it was the Catholics, the Protestants were in there.
Yeah, they fucked
They
up.
killed
a
all
lot
the Protestants.
Yeah, they said there's
I
only
forgot
one
about
way
that.
to worship Jesus,
Right.
and it's our way.
Right, I forgot about
About
that.
the year 300. I'm a history buff.
You know, they
you?
don't ever tell you
I don't know
about
that
the
stuff.
the Crusades.
Yeah.
Dude, it's one of the craziest stories in all of history, bro.
I mean, I know that they went down to the Holy Land
And got that shit back.
Yeah.
But killed everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then look,
and burn up all the books and art.
Check this out though. When the Christians took it, right, it was the most destruction. When the Muslims took it, they did it with no force.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
because the Muslims love Jesus. They're in Jesus is
Right.
in the Quran.
Right. They walked. I guess Jerusalem was surrounded by whatever Muslim general, Arab general, and old boy, whoever what's the leader of a town called, the Visor or whatever, whoever the leader of Jerusalem was, sent an envoy and said he won't talk to anybody but the leader of your army. So it takes them fucking 2 months for him to come back in the army. And then what's the story? The story is like I will surrender Jerusalem if you give us some concessions, right? Allow us to go. He's like, oh well, if you're gonna surrender, we don't got to kill anybody. It's like, and so he's like, all right, let's take a tour of the city. It's like, all right, this is a church. I will not pray in this place with you. I want to pray. The guy says, I want to pray with you. You're a good man, right? Because the first place I pray in will become a mosque. Right, and it'll disrespect the Christians that live here. Yeah, right. And he's like, all right, well, take me around to where the Jews live. Like, the Jews don't live here. Like why not? It's like, we killed them all. 400. We killed them all 400 years ago. Wow. Right. He said all of them. He's like, all of them. It's like, okay, I will let all the high brass, all the politicians leave with what they can carry, right? And I'm going to replace a Jewish population here in Jerusalem, and keep the Christians unaccosted. They can stay. Yeah. And then the Muslims will take over, and there's no bloodshed that day. Jeez, crazy, right? That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. But when the fucking Christians came through,
oh yeah,
murked everybody,
That's
bro.
One and only way by the blood of Jesus.
Fucking right.
Tim Tebow, baby.
There you go. There you go.
Boom. Fuck y'all.
Okay, so your boy, you got home late from work. You working an 8 to 8 shift.
No. So I was sleeping during the day because I had worked all night, and I wake up to him like beating down my door. What's up, buddy? He beats down my door. Yeah. I come to the door and open it, and he's just irate, blowing off, saying the landlord's called me, and then there's going to be a late fee, and you're a motherfucker, and you're a lazy son of a bitch, and your parents pay for everything, and you don't work for nothing. And I got a little offended by that, but he's acting crazy, so I was like, I'm going to leave. I call my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife. I'm like, hey, I'm coming over. Drew's being fucking right. He's on one. And so I go in the living room, start putting my shoes on. I get my shoes. I don't even know if I get my shoes on. And he's in the kitchen, like just slamming shit and just fucking having a Coke meltdown.
A hissy fit.
Oh, terrible. And finally, he said some more shit about me being lazy or something. And I, finally stood up and said, you shut up, motherfucker. I work hard for what I get. And he come around and we started to tussle. And he's much bigger than me. And so I landed a couple real close body shots low. And he picked me up and threw me in the air. And I landed on a glass coffee table that had a bong on it. Damn. And I split my arm open like 8 inches. Damn. Yeah. So, but I got up because I was still conscious, and we went to fighting again. And he knocked me out fair and square. I took a real good hook to the side of the jaw, hit the ground. I wake up. He's yelling at my other roommate who's now come out of the room with all the commotion. And I grabbed the guitar off of a fucking guitar stand.
Jesus Christ!
I grabbed the guitar.
Yeah, buddy.
This is like fucking Peter Griffin versus that chicken. Yeah.
This is exactly what it. Right. So I'm fixing to clock him, and he turns around right as I've got it like over my head, and he tackles me, and we break the guitar. He gets me in a headlock, and that's when he shoves his thumbnail in my ear
and breaks your eardrum.
God.
Busts my eardrum like slowly, physically.
Oh man,
very painfully.
That's brutal, dude.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm bleeding from my arm. I'm bleeding from my ear now, and I remember crawling across the kitchen floor over broken glass and crawling into the garage. I come halfway through the garage, and he realized the guitar was broke, which was his guitar. So he runs through the garage, catches me coming out the door with an elbow, and slams me into a metal door frame, knocks me out for like the third time.
Damn.
And
you had a real knockdown drag out.
It was attempted murder. The DA looked at pictures of the scene because I called the police when it was all over. I had to pull a giant knife on him that was like attached to brass knuckles, and tell him, you come at me again, I'm going to kill you.
Right.
And he left the house, and I called the police because I was like, I got to go to the hospital.
Yeah. Damn.
God
Yeah,
damn.
man.
And
So that
and so,
sucks.
and so you
So
never
that
talked
guy
to him
had to
again?
pay a lot more than
Never talked
a
to
late
him
fee.
again, and lost a lot of friends in my hometown because we were both part of this larger friend group.
Yeah.
And
Right.
everybody kind of chose sides. And he went back and lived at home, got kicked out of college or lost his scholarships.
Wow.
And I continued to go to college and make something of myself and not be a piece of shit.
Wow.
Yeah. Fuck him.
Wow.
I can't hear good. But this is the first time I've actually heard y'all's voices. It's just nice.
Cocaine is a motherfucker,
That's
man.
crazy, dude.
It is. I didn't do it until years later, and then I understood. I was like, yeah, I would have beat the fuck out of me too.
Wow.
on this
He's like,
shit.
I'm gonna have to pay a late fee. You know how much cocaine that I'm not gonna be able to buy because
Wow.
of that late
50
fee?
bucks?
Jesus Christ,
Son
dude.
of a bitch.
Yeah, man, that's
dude,
a bum.
dude, like, you know what? Just be glad you didn't have a gun because you probably would have shot him.
Yeah, you probably killed him.
Yeah, I was at the point, and I didn't have anything at the time except a shotgun I used on the school shooting team. I was state runner-up skeet shooting champion.
Really?
I'm a bad fucking.
So
Damn.
I've never shot skeet. How does one do that? Are they
They're
they
clay,
pellets?
clay,
Or the-
clay
They're clay.
pigeons.
No. I know what you're shooting is clay. What I'm saying is, are you using pellets?
It's
or
regular
I'm using
shotgun.
a high-powered 12 gauge with like
Yeah.
extra shot in there, so it shoots extra hard. Because I don't want to like just clip the side of it and
wanna
it not.
bust it.
I want it to fucking vaporize.
Oh,
and
okay.
nobody questioned whether or not I hit it. But I did 97 shots out of 100 hits. I only missed 3 out of 100
Wow.
at the state championships. Got runner-up, second
That's
place.
crazy.
So the dude that beat you got he perfect basically.
He got 100, yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
And I've only hit 100 like maybe twice in my whole life. I've shot thousands and thousands of shells.
This is how does one get skeet shooting? Does your
Well, it
dad?
was a school program. One of my stepdads. I had a lot of stepdads. My parents never got married. That's why I'm funny. But yeah, one of my dads was a big
One of
hunter.
your dads.
And took
That sounds
me-
like you're gay.
Yeah, it does sound like he's gay.
sounds like
one of
the-
my daddies.
Right.
One of my daddies took
One
me on a
day-
hunting trip.
I have two dads.
Hey, look, my dad told me when I was a kid.
I have a boy mom. I have a boy dad and a boy mom.
That's crazy.
So one of
My next
so
door
his-
neighbor had
so his-
lesbian moms.
You want to
no
be
dads.
on? You want to be on the pot?
And hop in there. Tommy Oler, everybody. Tommy Oler. Pew, pew, pew. Thank you,
Hello,
everybody.
I'm on it.
Thomas, put
He's
the
on.
fucking headphones on, please. That
a
fucking
real thing.
microphone sucks.
It does suck, doesn't it?
It fucking is garbage. I didn't get the other one. Talk again, Tommy.
Hello.
Oh, it sounds like you're in a fucking 1980s.
You sound rich and beautiful,
Thank
like
you.
a full
And I
set.
sound like I'm sick.
Yeah, it sounds dog shit.
No, you sound like
Here,
a
look,
pilot.
I'm gonna get the other mic, okay?
No, I like this. This is
Yeah,
good.
but it's not gonna be good for our listeners. It's not about you. It's about my listeners.
yeah,
Our 1,000
but
plus
It's-
listeners.
It's a comedy podcast. We can make fun of the sound of his voice.
Okay. Tommy, is someone holding your balls?
Yeah, they are a little bit.
Sound a little constricted.
Yeah, I'm a
Do you
little
have-
constricted.
do you have
I got
a-
testicular torsion right now.
Oh, do
Dude,
you?
that sounds so bad.
It's a real
It sounds
thing.
like you have RSV right now.
What is RSV?
Do you have RSV?
I don't, but I could.
Do you know what RSV is?
No.
I don't either. Does anybody know what RSV
How the hell are
is?
you going to
It's
say
a
that and not
respiratory
even
infection.
know what it is?
Resting
Well, all right. So
slimy vagina.
I saw a new.
Resting slit vase.
It's a new thing that they're pushing on us. They're calling it the tridemic. Have you heard this?
No.
It's a new thing.
Oh no, I did just
so,
hear that.
So
of all
they're
of the
saying that,
different
that
ones.
COVID's back and it's not that bad,
Jesus.
but flu is worse than it normally is.
Yep.
And there's this other thing called RSV going around. So they're saying it's not a pandemic, it's a tridemic.
Oh no.
Because so many people have one of these 3 different diseases.
I ain't got it.
I've had all 3 in the last 3 months. My kid had RSV, gave it to me and my wife.
What's RSV?
Oh, it's usually just bad for kids. Kids can die from it. Like
Oh.
toddlers can die. It's a respiratory thing. It makes
How
you
old's
feel like you
your
got
kid?
asthma. 5.
What?
Yeah. I started late
Why the fuck is he having RSV if he's 5?
because we caught it too. It's like that's why they're talking the
Super-
tridemic because it's super contagious right now. Normally
Sweet.
adults don't even get it that bad, but
Wow.
we all of our immune systems are shot because we've been indoors for 3 years.
Damn. Dog shit.
I already had that shit.
Do you get
My
RSV?
immune system just gets all the diseases and makes short work of them.
Yeah, I'm pretty healthy.
I'm positive.
Like
Hey,
with
HIV.
I was at a rave last week. HIV, I had it. No big deal.
Past it.
cleared it up. Just a little bit of vitamin C.
It's technically
done.
undetectable now.
Is that
Dude.
what made your voice sound like that, Tommy?
Yeah. Yeah, I got the AIDS.
The AIDS in his.
I'm past HIV. I'm full blown.
Full blown.
You're full blown.
Yeah,
You know-
full blown AID.
The full blown. It should have been a different term.
It's the only medical
Full
diagnosis.
blown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
You
only
said
where you
that when a
have
guy
full
blows
blown.
you, then you have full blown AIDS.
Yeah, and if you think about the history of it, because everybody gay has it, and then it's HIV, and then they call it full blown
Full-blown
AIDS.
AIDS.
And it's just like, who are you? Why?
They should
Why'd
have
you
called
decide
it
to
limp
say it like
wrist
that?
AIDS.
It's like you have full blown cancer, sir.
Yeah,
So,
I
whose joke
know.
is that? Someone's joke is that.
Somebody has that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
but-
remember though.
I think it might be Norm Macdonald
Oh, I love Norm.
because his dad was dying of cancer or some shit
You
like
are,
that.
He died
Yes,
of cancer.
ma'am. I hate to tell you this. Your son has full blown Down syndrome.
100%.
It's really bad.
It's highly contagious.
It's never
It's
gonna
not
go.
the-
It's never gonna go away.
It's not the kind of not that bad version. It's the really bad kind.
Dude, I follow this dude on Twitter called Powerful Retard, and it has this thumbnail of a person with Down syndrome,
Yeah.
but in deep contemplation.
Is the guy mentally retarded?
I have no idea, but the page is hilarious because
Oh,
he'll have a random shit take on whatever's going on, the
Yeah.
hot thing, right?
Yeah.
and then say something really deeply profound. I'm like, he might be a retard. I don't know. It could
Hey.
be. I don't know.
From the mouth of babes.
There's a lot of Down syndrome. There's a wide variation of Down syndrome.
It's a spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's just Down syndrome.
Well,
There's a
it's-
difference in how much they've had schooling and,
It's
and teaching.
autism, right?
No, it's different.
Yeah, I know it's different, but it's like it's almost the same.
No, it's on off. It's you have an extra chromosome if you have.
But isn't
if you have
that
Down
funny?
syndrome.
Isn't that
Missing
funny
one.
though? Whenever we were kids, if you were autistic or if you had Down syndrome, we all called you the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
were retarded.
You're retarded. Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
This kid's
If you-
fucking retarded.
You were
if you were
you were
really
special.
if you
You
were
were a
really
sped.
That's the
yeah.
medical
Short
term.
bus.
If you
The
were really
medical
into
term is
maths,
mentally
or if
retarded.
your eyes were too
I know,
far
that's
apart,
my-
it was the same thing.
That's my point. I have a whole
You
joke
know?
about this.
You're riding on
That's
the
my
same
point.
bus.
I know it's wild. It's wild that we did that. We classified two different groups.
Also, just
Well,
That's
how
the
are we
same
supposed to
thing in my
know?
head.
We were children.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's how crazy it is. That's
Yeah.
how little they told us.
and also just bad kids too.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, just kids that were just bad. That like
You
know
called
whose
bad kids
parents were
retarded?
like, well, yeah. I mean, that you put them in the
ADD.
same classroom. Yeah.
Oh no, we didn't do that here.
They did
called
that in
it,
my school.
out
They
in the
called it
country, they'll throw
CDC.
You got ADD? We throwing you in
CDC?
there with
Yeah,
Downs
at my
folks.
school,
Wow.
at my school, you went to the CDC classroom, and so we didn't say.
That shit was called resource here.
Yeah, it was also called
Resources.
Resource,
Yeah.
but
Resource
it
was-
was called CDC.
Yeah.
You know, the CDC.
Resource
kids.
had the carpeted hallways. That was is that a thing?
No,
Yeah.
dude.
We had
At
a
our
resource
school-
officer because some of them
resource
were violent.
Well, we
Is
had
it time?
so we had
Podcast privilege.
we had no there was one hallway that where all the classrooms for the resource kids
Yeah.
were on, and it was the only hallway in the whole school that had carpets on the floors
In the hallway?
in the hallway. So that would be the joke was like, dude, you belong in the carpet hallway.
You are a carpetier, sir.
you sir
You're
are a carpet hallway.
Don't you pass it to him. No.
Hey,
no.
There are rules and regulations,
God,
sir.
this guy.
There are rules
what
and
a
regulations.
Sneaky fuck this man
There
is.
are rules
He-
and regulations.
Don't be pushing me.
Jawa,
I'm not in
you part
charge here.
are you part Jewish? No,
He's an Israelite.
he's Hebrew. Hebrew Brooklynite.
Yeah, Hebrew Brooklynite, Israelite.
Hebrew
one.
So
Brooklynite.
tell me about the resource kids that you guys went to
Oh,
school.
no, wait. I want to say something real quick, right? At White Station. Shout out to
Yeah.
White Station Spartans. Anyway, we had a whole wing of the upstairs main building that was meant for the special kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Special kids could have been anybody with Down syndrome, autism, whatever.
Any kind of
Or-
learning disability, probably too, right?
but also the deaf kids.
The deaf
Oh,
kids
no.
too.
But right, but also the deaf kids.
Yeah.
So the deaf kids were they're tyrants in and of themselves. right? Because they had their own little universe, their own friend group. They were caught fucking in the. A lot of them were caught fucking in the stairwells.
Those people in
Nice.
resources fuck all the time.
Bro,
They are so horny.
There's not a lot of. I mean, there's not a lot of. It's not a very wide field, so like you pretty much just like. This is who I'm with,
dude. I was so
I can only speak to 2 other children in the school.
I
guess I'm gonna fuck one of them.
I was my counselor's assistant, right, for 11th and 12th grade, right. So it basically gave me a free period to fuck around. So I use her badge as a get around free card, right?
Yeah.
And so I could lie and say I'm doing some business for Miss Gossett, right? So one time, she sent me on a real mission to go pick up some papers from one of the fucking hearing impaired teachers, right? And this lady had a fucking rack, so I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna go up there and holler at them, right?
Yeah.
And so I take the long way around the school and I go up the staircase that goes directly to that wing, right? Kids fucking in the dead kids.
You saw them? You stumbled upon them?
That's how I know.
Oh my god,
right?
He
dude.
stepped in and got him some.
No, I didn't because they couldn't hear me.
Oh no!
So
It's so hard to be sneaky.
right? And so because they're so loud, they're like grunting and
Oh, and they don't know what they sound like
No,
either. So
dude.
it's
Oh
guttural.
my
it's
God,
real guttural.
dude.
And so I'm
guttural.
seeing old boy get it. He is fucking beating. He's fucking beating the brakes off this bitch. He's
Didn't
fucking.
hear you coming at all.
He's getting it. And so I look.
my
I'm like,
God, dude.
I look and I kind of give him like the salute, like good job, old boy. I haven't lost.
I bet it sounded like
deaf
geese
kid,
flying
dude,
by, just
this
honk,
deaf
honk,
kid lost his
honk.
virginity before I did.
Oh, that's like those
Okay.
band kids, dude. Those dudes were fucking.
Hey, I
those
was in the
dorks were
band.
fucking.
Yeah,
So I go up the
lots
stairs,
of
I
pussy
get
in
the
band.
fucking paperwork,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm not gonna go back the other way because at that point they might see me, I might fucking groove up.
Yeah.
I'm very conscious of not cock blocking, right?
Yeah.
He's
Good of you.
I go down the other hallway and I'm just like, I can't wait to get to lunch to tell my homies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These fucking deaf kids were fucking. He was fucking this bitch hard.
How was
It was vigorously
was
loud.
was she attractive at all?
None of them were.
None of them were.
None of them were.
No,
They
if
were
you're
all-
attractive, they let you go to school with the rest of us.
Right. But you have a hearing impairment. So
Yeah,
the ugly.
yeah, you talk
the
like
ugly
you're
hearing
retarded, but everybody pretends like it's
Right.
normal.
The
They're just
ugly-
like,
the ugly hearing impaired
hey
kids
guys, what's
can't.
going on? It's like
That's
Is she
horrible.
retarded? No, she's just deaf. She can't hear
Can
herself.
you be attracted to retarded people?
Yes.
You can. Like so the Down syndrome Victoria's Secret girl. I don't know
course,
how I feel
Yes.
about this.
Someone had a joke about this last week.
Yeah.
Can
She-
they give
dude, she's
consent?
hot. She's hot. All right.
I've got a Down syndrome little sister. I'll give you her number.
Really?
Yeah.
So my buddy was dating.
How old is she?
My buddy was
just
dating
turned
this
20.
girl. My buddy went
Young
to
and
church.
hot.
She's legal.
My buddy went to church with this girl who was deaf,
Okay.
and she was fucking hot. She was a smoke show, and and my buddy Daniel's dating this girl. I'm like, dude, she's fucking hot.
Wait. He was dating that girl?
Yes, and I met her, and she didn't talk to me. She was like,
Oh.
"Hi, I'm shouting on." Like she had like a total like she sounded retarded. Like,
Yeah, they can't hear themselves.
can't-
They
she-
sound retarded.
What's going on?
What's going on?
He has no control of the tongue at all. Excuse me, fellas.
Oh
And
my God.
I was still just like, Daniel, dude, fuck yeah, dude. It's like, who cares what she talks like? She's hot.
Yeah,
Look
man.
at her.
Oh, imagine the dirty talk, you know? I pull my hair.
And Tommy's gone. Tommy's had enough.
Yeah.
Tommy's had
Another
enough
walk.
of the nonsense. I think he's done with the nonsense.
It's just too much.
Well, he was like as a speech impaired person, he was
Right.
very offended by
I think
our.
he's just Jewish. I don't think he's
No,
got a
Tommy's
speech
not
impediment.
Jewish.
Is he not?
He's not Jewish.
He's
Oh,
I
man,
made that
that's
mistake.
sad.
I made that mistake for the first
he's
5 years of our
Hispanic,
friendship.
right?
I feel like you're not black. That,
I am black.
that's just I know, but if
I'm
he
a special,
wasn't
I'm
Jewish,
a special type of black.
Yeah, he's Jamaican American.
And a Hebrew.
Yes, also that.
We
Israel.
are a race, not a people.
right,
Yeah.
right.
He's
It's
a
a
Jamaican Israelite.
I'm a Jamaican Israelite.
Oh
That's the
man,
thing.
Yaman.
Yeah.
Shabbat man.
Rastafarianism. That's one of the best religions.
Dude,
You
I love-
smoke weed to get close to God.
Oh, dude, I love Rastafarianism as a religion. Like, and people think that that's all of Jamaica. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They're like they're
Oh
they're
no,
ignorant.
yeah, no. You
But,
have to be
like-
almost ascetic. Like they're holy men if you're a
Oh,
Rasta.
dude,
you know
you
they
can't
don't fuck
eat.
around.
My,
they don't drink.
So like, before I was born, when my dad was macking on my mom,
Yeah.
okay, he took her to his town in Jamaica. So he My dad grew up upper middle class, right?
Yeah.
My grandfather was
In Jamaica.
In Jamaica. So
Yeah.
my grandfather was a welder, and my grandmother was a baker. So they business
Yeah,
people, right? They had
trade.
money, and so my mom is like, oh, my dad's name is Howard. Like, oh, I want to go get some seafood or whatever. He's like, oh, I know the right man to call, right? And so he goes down to the fucking ocean, talks to some Rasta dude that's been there since they were kids, right? Like, like this kid grew up as a Rasta.
The same like stand.
The same dude.
Wow.
And he's like, and so he's like, yo, what's up with the fish? And he's like, oh, Howard, I got the fish for you, whatever. And then he's like, but as my friend I grew up with, he just gave him all the free shellfish that he just caught because they don't eat shellfish.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I'm talking about
It's a bottom
lobsters,
feeder
seafood, there's a
type
whole bunch of shit
Yep.
that he got
Dude.
for free. My dad was like, all right, yeah, I paid him for one big fish to make it
Yep.
like an even exchange, and
Yeah.
he just got like 40 pounds. Mom was like, she's like, we didn't even eat all of it. It was like 40 pounds of like a lot of shellfish. Just
Wow.
They
Yep.
just kept it on the side because like, yeah, it'd be wasteful to throw it back. People
Yeah.
will eat it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You find that in a lot of old religions, though. Jews, with pigs and stuff, Muslims, and it's shellfish too.
And,
They
and
won't eat
shellfish, right?
shellfish.
They
Yeah,
also
it's-
don't eat shellfish.
Dude, I honestly think it all makes sense some kind of way, but
Well, it was science because that food was a lot more likely to have bacteria in it
Yeah,
if
and
it
kill
wasn't
you.
kept well. So
Yeah.
unless you ate it straight out of the ocean, like don't eat shellfish if it came to your town.
right,
Because it took a day and a half to get here on a fucking donkey shitting and pissing all
yeah,
over
and
the
they
place.
didn't
There
have
you go,
they
there you
didn't
go.
have any refrigeration.
No.
Y'all know anything about what you were trying to say?
Well, I was wondering, when would that have been that your folks were in Jamaica? Was that the 70s or like the 60s? What time period would this have been?
My dad's born 1950, 51, something like that.
So
49, something. It's like my dad is younger than my mom by a year, so 1951.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So
And
this would have probably been the 80s then that they met. You said it was their first date.
No, not the first date. Honestly, this is a really more complicated story than it is,
Okay.
right? But my dad meets my mom in the States, and then during macking her, he flies her back to Jamaica
Yeah.
to show her where
That's
he comes
pimp as
from,
fuck.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because this is
That's a solid move.
dude.
Pimp move.
My dad's a.
I wouldn't do it personally.
Yeah, no, my dad at this point he's a HVAC dude with money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so this is tradesman money. It was before he was living in Miami, right? So it was
Right.
in fucking New York City. So he's like, and like all minority communities or like ethnic communities, my dad is one of the only dudes that has a licensed trade, right? And so they call him Cool Breeze because he's the only guy who shows up to fix ACs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And HVAC is one of the youngest trades, right?
Yep.
So my dad
And expensive.
is at the precipice of a very expensive new trade, right? So he's fucking rolling in dough.
Yeah.
Flies my mom back to Jamaica, max her,
That's so dope.
Yeah.
right? And then they break up because my dad's a player.
Nice.
And then in the early 90s, they meet again, and then that's when I'm born.
Nice.
I'm going to go to Jamaica and get a girl and take her back to West Tennessee and impress her.
Oh, dude, just show her your plantation-style home. She's like, this Yankee is rich. They call all Americans Yanks because you
This
are...
Yankee been
'cause you-
having the good stuff
right,
now.
because you are North.
Well, yeah,
That's
yeah.
bad.
Same with English people call Americans Yanks.
No, I guess we are, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I always thought of the Yankee as the
that's
other.
based
'cause-
off of the movie Green Street Hooligans. So that's the only
Only reference?
only site I can. That's only
I thought until I was
citation I
10
can
that the
make.
South was going to rise again. That's what I was taught. I was
I
just
mean,
sure it was
dude.
going to happen.
I was
You
taught
know?
that. I was taught that too by
if
by-
God was
if God be with me, who be against me?
yeah was working if he so chose. Yeah, no. In Green Street Hooligans, they call him a Yank. They say the Yanks at Jano.
You know, I would say
Talk
this.
about-
I would say this about America, right? As a black man in America, born and raised in this country,
Yeah.
right? First generation, right? My parents are immigrants.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Right.
So,
Yep.
Yeah.
I would say that America will never be defeated if the white and black Americans come together.
Yes.
We've
If-
been
if-
much closer than we are now. It's
If
ridiculous.
that can happen, no weapon
Yeah.
formed against America shall
Right.
prosper.
Right.
Because what's happened is,
And what's the problem? The light-skinned motherfuckers.
dude? It's not.
Deport them.
I'm telling you right now.
No, we just got to have speech and guns, and that all of that will stay
Yeah,
that
well,
way. As
we,
long as we have
we've
speech and guns.
we've agreed. The first 10 are good. We like the first 10.
Amendments?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, look, we didn't get
But
rid of
none-
slavery
wait.
until like 13. So
Well, the first 10 are
you
good.
know, hey,
the
that's-
first 10 are good.
that's-
I think we can stop at 19. What's 19? 19 is suffrage, right?
yeah, I guess
We can
so,
stop at
yeah.
18.
Stop before, yeah,
We can get black people are free,
Oh man,
right?
yeah. But
You're speaking
I mean,
my
honestly, if you
We
think about
stopped at
it,
suffrage. We were a proper country.
I mean, if you think about it, we didn't
Well,
even
no.
really need the amendment to say slavery should be illegal because the first, like, like you just needed to say that, like, when they said that, all men are created equal, like basically if the Constitution applies to everybody, then you don't even need that, right?
But then what happens is
I don't even think it says it's only white people in
it's
the
state
Constitution.
law.
Oh, it's people.
State
It's not
law.
race specific.
State law, because of the whole separation of powers, allowed slavery.
Right.
So you had to amend it
To
constitutionally.
specifically outlaw it on the state level,
Right. No,
Right.
on the federal level.
Yeah,
On the federal, yeah.
because whatever's federal, and that was part of that war too, was like whatever's federal is everywhere. That's what federal means. So
Right.
like when we federally legalized gay marriage, you could get married anywhere because that's what it means.
Right. It took the gays fucking 60 years of effort. It took the blacks 460 years of effort to get the same amendment.
Well, I think you have to thank and blame white women for all of that.
Oh, dude, they will
Because they
will complain like a
control the
motherfucker,
world.
bro.
You
They
think
will
Hitler?
complain like a motherfucker.
I'm working on a theory. I think nothing good or bad would have ever happened in any race if it wasn't for the women of that race. Because what man has ever done anything?
Without being like henpecked about it.
Well,
no, to just get laid. Like everything I
Yeah.
do in life.
I mean,
is
that's
so
just-
that
that's
women
just
will
life,
touch
man.
my
Oh,
penis.
okay,
That's just
let
life.
me say this. Let me say this though, right? Like,
trying to get pussy.
Right.
Right.
There
so
are things.
I wouldn't do it
there
if
are
women wouldn't fuck me
But
for
all the
doing
good shit, comes from that too.
Nah, dude.
Right.
If
It's
you're
all
if
the
you're
blame.
if
It's
you're
all
the
the blame.
if you're the guy who invents the air conditioner,
Yeah.
right, or the revolving pistol, hey, I'm Jimmy Colt. My daddy invented the gun.
Yeah.
You're getting pussy off rip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you're probably rich too. Like, what's the dude, the aviator? What's that guy's name?
Howard Hughes.
Howard
I love
Hughes.
that guy.
Was it his dad invented the screw or some crazy shit?
Yeah, yeah.
A specific screw?
No, a drill bit.
A drill bit, okay? A specific drill bit that helped and then made the family stupid rich.
Very wealthy.
Right? All he has to say is,
in Texas where you drill all the oil, so that's
right.
that's
It's localized
yeah.
hyper wealth very
Yeah.
quickly. In one lifetime, they got hella wealthy.
crazy wealthy.
I
Yeah.
think if women picked
And then he
other kinds
put
of
it
men
back
to
in.
have sex with, that we would have different priorities. Like we only have the priorities that we have because it
If women
leads
did
to
what?
us
I'm sorry?
having sex with women. I think if women just chose to have sex with men that had different values, like women genetically choose the
Yeah.
values that they want to
They're
procreate
the
with.
selectors.
Right.
of-
They're the selectors.
yeah.
Yes,
So whatever we do, good and bad, it's on women.
I agree.
Sort of.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda.
But
It's like that.
It's also
there was
on.
a pussy strike in Chicago where all of
but
the girls
but
said
there's
no
there's
more
more
pussy
to it
until
than
the
that
shooting
too,
stops.
though, because
Yeah, but how long did that take? You just shoot the first bitch that
Stop
says.
just for a minute.
You just shoot the first bitch. How dare you withhold my?
the level deeper that you can look at there is like a lot of women just like a rich guy, and
Yeah.
so women aren't really that involved in the marketplace, so they don't really choose who becomes rich.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about riches though, and
So
is
thank
true.
God. So thank God.
you know what's funny about riches and the female brain,
Yeah.
right? Is that the song "Girls Want to Have Fun"?
Yeah. Mm.
Right. Rich just facilitates spontaneity and fun, right?
Yeah.
If you're not rich,
It's
and
just
you know,
options.
and you know how to facilitate spontaneity and fun, you can get any woman you want.
Yeah, I think
right?
that's true.
And this is why there are fucking rich motherfuckers who can't get pussy,
Yeah.
even though they have all the money and all
Yeah.
the access to the fun, right? They're just
Yeah.
fucking dweebs. And then there are people looking like Gavin
Well,
Yates.
what's a woman want? She wants somebody that looks like they take charge and they control stuff.
But
they have
but
power.
all that means like evolution. What's the word I'm looking for? Evolution biology.
Evolutionarily. Yeah, evolutionary biology.
Evolutionary biology, right, dictates that a man that has these traits yields better results, right? So a dude with confidence and swagger and a big old chest and a yada yada yada. Oh, it's like, oh, that means that at the end of the day, he will be eating, right? He will have
Yeah.
food. He would have defeated his
Yeah.
enemies, right? He will have asked the men to join his cause, all these things that yield success. Because remember, money don't matter. Money's not real, right?
No.
It's just a proxy.
It's the perceived how safe, secure you are as a mate. How well can you take care of our children?
No, money's real.
It's
money's a means to an end.
Yes, but it's a proxy to all the things I just mentioned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because back in the day, if you were Odysseus and you just took the fucking best hill by force, and all the dudes that fuck with you in town was like, no, this dude's our king. We fuck with him, right? And he was like, yeah, baby, all these olive trees are ours, and all these horses are ours.
Yeah,
and
then you don't need to buy something that you can just take.
Right.
So even a guy who's got money who can't defend himself, like theoretically, you could just steal everything that guy has.
Exactly.
So what it all really comes down to is like insecurity. You know, that's what women like is security, right?
Right. Yeah.
So a guy who's like charismatic, he puts a woman at ease. That's right. You feel safe.
She ain't got to worry
like
about
Hitler.
A guy, there you go.
Hitler
Very
is
charismatic.
very
Braun.
very charismatic. So
I listen. You ever wonder why they never put subtitles?
Oh, to what he was saying?
Yeah.
Because he
Does
fucking
it,
makes
why?
a little
Because it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's a bad.
I thought that. And this is look, as a black man.
This episode is brought to you by Yeezy.com.
No, this is brought to you by the History Channel. Okay,
The History Channel.
I asked that question as a boy, right?
Yeah, no, I've always wondered that too.
Okay, so
and I have seen speeches of his where it's
No subtitles.
with subtitles. I've watched it.
I've
but I've
read
also
a little
seen.
Mein Kampf.
You've read a little bit. You
little bit.
gotta read the whole thing, bro. It's fire.
I didn't get to the end. I didn't figure it ended well.
No. It does because it's before all the killing.
I'm sure it does end well. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I get out tomorrow. He's
point
writing
is,
in jail,
though,
right?
Yeah, he's that's what he writes in.
Yeah, he's writing in
He's
jail.
writing in jail. I remember that.
Yeah, so it's like, shout out.
He's
I
like,
get out tomorrow.
I'm getting out tomorrow.
My CEO is a good guy.
We're having I'm having beers at the bar with the guys.
At the tavern, right. I'm
really
gonna
a
tell him all about my
meteoric rise
ideas.
he
down
had.
at the beer hall.
It's very similar to Trump. Like his rise politically,
Sure.
he gained a lot of momentum. I mean, he won democratically. They were all for it.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, New
And
Germany, we're
here's
strong.
the thing.
Kill
here's
all the
the thing.
retards.
I agree.
In Germany, the bankers were fucking everybody over.
Okay, easy.
I mean, they were.
Let's slow down, Charlie. All right.
Yeah.
Let's
I
not
mean,
get our
look.
let's not get our show pulled, Charlie.
Well, all right,
Oh,
let's
man.
just
was
reframe
the-
it this way.
It
Okay.
was the goddamn.
Thank God this is independent media, if
Right.
you know what I mean.
No, we're on Spotify.
No, I mean
This is
But yeah,
Swedish.
you are.
It's a Swedish company.
Perfect.
it
Neutral.
is Swedish. That's right.
Yeah,
yes.
that's a Swedish
yes.
company.
Well, we're also on Apple, and that's based in Silicon Valley, where
Yeah.
everybody's a loser. But
Yeah.
no, I mean it was like their financial system was fucked. Like in Germany, they were having
wonder
And
why.
it got a
massive.
lot
They're
better.
having massive inflation.
Who caused it?
The
Okay.
people printing money. That's who caused it.
Okay. The Fed. You're right.
Yeah,
it
the
was
German
the Fed.
Nancy Pelosi.
It was
That's who-
it was the
The-
Fed.
Yeah, I mean, and it was also basically like they had to print the money because they owed reparations
From World War
from
One.
World War One.
Right.
So that was where like all the printed money was going was
Dude, I off mic. I'm gonna tell you this crazy ass theory I have because it sounds too anti-Semitic.
Well,
I'm gonna say it right now.
I mean, look,
disclaimer.
let's just
You should put something on the
lay
mic
out
to just
let's just
cancel
lay
what you
out
just
some
said.
of the facts of the situation. Okay, for a long time.
A shekel
A lot,
is worth half of a fucking German.
so for a long time,
Is it the franc?
it was
Right?
against
Yeah,
it was
Frank's-
against Christian law to
interest. Yes.
loan out any money at interest.
Yes.
It was called usury, right? Isn't that the word?
Usury.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
And also in Islam is riba.
In,
RIBA is
Riba.
the sin of interest.
loaning money at interest.
Yes,
Okay.
riba.
So the kings in Europe, in Germany, they used to have something called a court Jew. That was like a position. They had to have a Jew around. And they would
They are funny.
to do
the funniest. I don't know if it's a stereotype or what, but Jews are hilarious.
They are funny.
What's up with that?
They are very funny.
they're
It's like,
plain.
the king? What?
No, but
They're not
this
satisfied.
this wasn't a jester.
Oh, it wasn't a jester.
No.
Oh.
Even
Oh,
though
he was
I
like
agree,
a head of finance
Jews are
or
very
something.
funny. No, you have
he was a court
a guy
Jew
called a court Jew
to do the loaning for you.
He
Oh,
does
that's a
the
lawyer.
loaning. Yeah, well, he does the loans on behalf of the whole kingdom.
Right.
Because nobody in the kingdom can give out loans. So this is like you have a Jew to do the loaning of money.
That's where it was safe.
And that's
where it was safe. If you have one, it's okay.
Well, super smart too. You know, the Ashkenazi Jews, they've got like the minimum IQ is 115 out of the entire race of that kind of Jew.
I think it's probably the average, not the minimum.
No, I think it's the minimum. Well, maybe it is.
You can't have a minimum IQ for a group of people.
I think you can.
No, you can't.
The IQ
There's
people,
no minimum
even
IQ.
if they get a brain injury, I think that they're smarter than all of us.
The IQ people want to say that IQ skews on location and race and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, I believe that.
I just fuck you. I think it's proximity to nutrients, bro.
Oh no, for sure. And lead in the water and goddamn education.
That definitely has something to do with that.
Yeah, dude. Like if you just have fucking like, why do?
But I think Jews are smarter than us too.
Absolutely.
Not at all.
I think Asians and Jews are smarter than us.
Cunning. Yes.
Oh, are they crafty? Are they sneaky? Is that what
Crafty.
you're about to say?
Sneaky? I don't know about sneaky. I've never seen a Jew be a ninja.
Hey, look, cunning and sneaky, next door neighbors.
Yes, but they're different words for a reason, right? People want to say that words equate each other. They don't. We have different words for a reason.
Right.
They
So
mean different things.
The
I wanna say something
connotations
to make
have
Jews happy.
overlapping circles
Right, the
of
Venn
meaning. There's a Venn
diagrams.
diagram.
Yeah.
If any Jews listen to this, I'm going to say something to make them happy.
Shekels.
Okay, because the truth is, anti-Semitism started in the year 300. Now, before that,
With Jews hated each other.
no, well, the Romans were being blamed for Jesus' death because they killed him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes, but it was the Jewish fucking.
Yeah, it was the Pharisees. That's what
Yeah.
it says in the New Testament.
Right.
The one that they put together in the year 300, put together by Constantine, the Roman emperor that was going to reunite Rome under one religion. And so he stomped out like 50 versions of Christianity that was just fucking around out there then. And then by the time the Dark Ages come around, like 1200 to 1500,
Right.
they're killing the rest of them. So like
Right.
we would not know what the other gospels were if they hadn't been found in the desert in the year 1947. And it's called the Nag Hammadi text, and it's like 5 different gospels written before 300. That
What
weren't
language is it
destroyed. Greek.
It's in Greek?
Yeah, it's in
Oh,
Greek.
wow.
It's called the what?
It's called the Nag Hammadi text.
The Nag
And they were
Hammadi?
found buried in the desert.
I'm gonna read them. And
I'll
look,
do it.
all you have to do is tell a dude, I'm a reader. I'm gonna read that Bible.
All right, start out with the Gospel of Thomas.
Is it Nog as an N-O-G or
N-A-G?
Nig?
N-A-G. It's N-A-A-G. Like nag.
It's N-A-G.
N-I-G. N-I-G.
People who annoy you.
N-I-G.
N blank G-G-E-R-S.
Yeah.
I would like to solve.
It's been great being on your podcast. I really enjoyed this.
Naggers.
The Nagahani texts. So it
Hammadi.
turns out, and it says that
Nag.
John's gonna read it. It's just gonna be like, actually, the Jews were black.
Right. It's like brown hair,
They
brown
were black,
skin,
and they were awesome.
Yo,
crafty bastards.
There's this whole gospel called the infancy gospel that's
Yes,
about
I know
Jesus
this
when he
is
was
child-
a baby.
his childhood.
And a child.
Yes.
Yeah. He was killing folks left and right.
He was
What?
Dude,
Jesus killed like 5 kids.
He was using God magic.
He was Brightburn.
A dude bumps into him. Yeah, exactly.
He was
Exactly
Brightburn.
that.
Who's Brightburn?
Brightburn is this horror movie where it's
so good.
it's like baby
It's on Netflix.
it's a baby Superman.
Yeah.
And he's just evil.
Yeah,
Really?
and his parents figure out that he's
They're-
evil, so
they're
then his
like,
parents
"What's
try
up?"
to kill him.
Yeah, Brightburn
And then
is the
he
name of
kills
the
the fuck out
town
of
in
everybody.
Kansas. It's like Superman's from Kansas.
Yes.
So yeah, it's like you're like what's going on?
So it's a horror take.
It's a
of-
horror take on
of
Superman.
Superman.
It's evil Superman, and he's a kid, and
And
it's
it's
creepy.
terrifying.
It's fucking great.
I haven't seen
really
the movie.
liked it.
I just saw the preview.
I liked
It's
it.
a movie?
Yeah,
It's out.
it's a good movie.
I think it's Netflix,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It was well, I have it on DVD. I went to Deliciously Nothing, those guys.
Yeah.
And I won it as a door prize. It was the movie Brightburn, and me and Claire watched it like during Halloween. It's a great movie.
Word.
But yeah, so Jesus was just going Brightburn on everybody.
So what?
Just like-
so
just
let me
like-
ask you, how does it end? Brightburn.
I mean, he fucks everybody up.
Yeah, it's not a happy ending.
Yeah,
he
it's
kills
a
everybody,
bad
becomes
ending.
a villain.
Yeah. It's
Damn.
just like you can't.
You can't stop him.
Thank God Superman was good in that universe because
Yeah.
like
Right.
Nobody can beat Superman.
No. Like Lex Luthor is right.
Yeah.
Like he's
Most
like
dangerous man on the planet.
he's like worst case scenario. This guy likes us until he doesn't.
Yeah.
right.
No.
Which is
Well,
what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is why the
So
fucking superhero.
Jesus just fucking went nuts on people, bro.
Well,
Dude, the way he did it too was crazy.
Yo, this is
he bumps
some.
into a kid,
This is some.
like shoulder
No, this is
chaps
no
him.
good, bro. This is some.
Gotta talk about it.
This is not
Jesus
real.
said, "You'll go
This
no
didn't happen.
further," and the kid dropped fucking dead right there in the middle of the street. Because he got shoulder checked. Jesus said, "You'll go no further."
And then
the
just
motherfucker
falls-
dropped
just
dead.
falls down.
Everybody freaks out. Jesus walks over, touches him, brings him back to life. First time he ever brought him back to life was somebody that he had killed.
That's
It's
cold.
some crazy- but
that's
another
cold as
story-
fuck. Bro. That's why we follow him.
Yeah. Well, that's how you prove a point. Kill
Yeah.
somebody and bring them back.
He
Like,
just
now
wakes up.
what,
He just wakes up.
motherfucker?
Yeah, that's right.
Mama.
That's right. Watch where you going, motherfucker.
Don't you ever. When you see me cross the street, all right, you see Jesus and Nazareth cross the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is I'm the Nagahoma Testament Jesus. I'm Nagahoma. That's like one of his names that he was trying out before he came to Jesus Christ.
Right? He's like Jesus Nagahoma.
It's Jesus Nagahoma.
He got a gun belt on. What's that? It's a gun belt. What's a gun?
They call him Jesus the
Bro,
Nazarene. which
everybody's
would've been
gonna
like,
have these.
She got a fucking nice jeans.
Yeah,
on
that's
that
not
woman.
bad. I don't mind that at all.
make
Whose
that a
woman
little
is
obvious.
The guy standing right next to her.
That's
I bet.
fine. That's fine.
That's my male cousin.
There was
Every red-blooded male is like,
So the Braves the Braves one of their mascots before what became problematic, I guess.
Oh,
They had a Native American as the mascot.
I thought he was a Native American.
They had that when I was a kid and went to the games.
it's
It's now a tomahawk.
now it's a guy named Blooper, which it's just I don't know. It's silly. He's a Muppet. It's for kids. They had a guy named Homer for a while that has a baseball head guy.
I remember that.
That's what I remember when I was a kid. That was but before that they had a guy named Chief Nakahoma.
Okay, so when you were a kid, they already kind
Oklahoma.
of hinted at like, oh, this is bad. We should have an Indian.
Yeah, I guess they were just like, we don't need to have an Indian
They were
guy.
already on it.
We went to a Braves game when I was a kid, like 6 years old. I can remember my grandmother being mad at the whole family for doing the She was like, that was a genocide, and you guys are making fun of the Indians.
But you're not making
My
fun of
grandmama
him.
was so woke.
Dude, there's nothing
No,
cooler
that's-
to be than an Indian
No,
brave.
no,
It's like
dude, no,
it's great.
That's anti. That's actually not true, right?
Yeah,
So
I don't agree.
so the Florida Seminole, that fucking call, they're the only undefeated American Indians. Andrew Jackson, the president, the motherfucker who fucking defeated all the other Indians, couldn't defeat the Seminoles. It's true.
That's arguable. He used Daniel Boone to kill them Indians. Andrew Jackson was a little bit of a punk.
What do you mean, Daniel Boone? You talking about
Davy Crockett. I'm sorry,
all
David
right,
Crockett.
Tennessee. There you
correct
go.
me. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
But no.
Well,
but
he-
look.
He's the one
Andrew
who ordered
Jack-
the Trail
Andrew-
of Tears, right?
Andrew-
He ordered
yes,
the genocide.
Right.
Yeah,
He ordered genocide. But
the
before that,
Indian Removal Act.
during his military career, pre-presidency, they had so many campaigns to try to reclaim Florida, or not reclaim it, but claim Florida, right? And it was the fucking the Florida Seminoles that drove them back.
Couldn't be defeated.
Couldn't be defeated every single time.
Damn.
And so that whole like the chant.
Yeah, I mean, if you live in a swamp and people are coming for you,
No, it's
like
not- no.
you're not gonna, they're not gonna get you.
Bro, you think it's the
I'm not
swamp?
coming
It's
to the
the
swamp.
whole state. They didn't claim any part of Florida.
Yeah,
Well, they
It was
done
a- it
fought
was-
off conquistadors like 300 years
Right,
before
right.
that.
It was a
So
fucking-
there was some hardened motherfuckers down there.
Bro, and the Florida Seminoles. I learned like, it grew up in Miami, right? The Florida Seminoles are.
yeah, he was Cuban until he was 13 years old.
He's Cuban, Jamaican.
Yeah, I'm all of those things, bro. The Florida
really
He
Seminoles.
pronounced-
converted. He
C's
converted to Jamaican American Israelitism.
I'm a Rasta Israelite. Okay.
Oh my God! Start that up, please.
say. The real Jews, man.
We're the real master race,
We're the
man.
real master Jews, man. We're the real bonfire upon them, man.
Dual
So
queens and kings, man.
I don't understand. So if you're claiming to be the real Jews, well, I guess that is anti-Semitism. Because it's weird to be like, Jews suck, and then just be like, we're Jews.
We're the Jews now.
Yeah, it is weird. But I got
No, we never claimed the Jews suck. Never claimed that.
no
Kanye claimed that he was being taken advantage of.
Abused, harassed.
taken advantage of.
Yeah,
Right,
they were doing
right,
them dirty.
right.
Which
Yeah.
I believe, those
Dude, I
people
was
did
with
do them
Kanye.
dirty.
I was with
Sure.
Kanye almost all the way up until now.
Did you see what he said today?
Oh,
The,
with
the thing on
slavery
Alex
as a
Jones.
choice,
No, the
you
thing on Alex
skipped right over
Jones.
that
The
one.
thing on Alex Jones.
Oh no,
is just
I
like,
doubled down.
bro.
I doubled down. I was like, can I vote twice? Can I vote 2 times? Can I do election fraud for Kanye?
What did he say? What exactly did he say? He said that
He said he loves Hitler.
Hitler
and he loves the Jews.
Hitler's great.
He says,
He's
I am
going-
a Nazi. That's what he said.
He went full Christ. He went full I love everybody.
Yo, I was trying to stick with him.
He said, I love everybody, but for real, Hitler has some good ideas, though.
He said everybody's got something good to offer, especially Hitler.
Especially, though?
He said the highway. He said Hitler invented the microphone.
Oh my god.
And,
Oh my God.
and highways. And I looked it up.
I don't think that's true.
And I was like, it's not.
It's
he
not.
utilized them to a very good.
Yeah.
You know, he did a good
He
job
saw
with
that
them.
shit and was like, that's a good idea.
Yeah, right. He's like, let's
like
it quickly.
Germans invented a lot of awesome shit during that time period, but I don't think Hitler's not an engineer. He's
No.
a
Hitler.
Failed artist.
He's a failed artist. Yeah.
What did Lex Friedman say? We are human beings looking for interesting solutions to engineering problems, or what something like that.
Yeah.
Right. And Hitler looked at his population and was like, I have an interesting solution. You know what? I think I have the final.
Hey, sometimes it's a bad idea. Sometimes you throw out ideas
and it sticks.
they
and
end up being
You know,
bad.
On a
Who
small
could have known?
scale, if I was trapped in a cave with 5 people and one of them complained all the time, we got hungry. You're the first one.
Yeah, you're the first guy I'm getting rid of.
Yeah, but that's small scale. You can't do that on a big scale.
On a big scale, you
You
just
shouldn't.
On a
You
big,
shouldn't.
on a
You
big,
can.
on a big scale, you just play with the idea of industrial sized ovens.
Right, you send the
You just
CIA
think about
into
it.
the neighborhood.
You just think about it,
Oh God.
right?
Yeah.
I love the conspiracy theories because I love watching like World War II movies, right?
Yeah.
and watching Americans liberate Holocaust camps, right?
Sure.
Like this is a real good moment for America,
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. And now with all this like talk about the Jews,
Yeah.
right, and their strife in the Holocaust and whatever, right?
Sure.
There are a whole bunch of like competing theories about the Holocaust. One being that it never happened.
Well, 60 million Jews.
I thought it was 600 million.
60 million.
I thought it was
600
supposed
million.
to be-
600 million Jews.
No,
Yeah, it was
it's,
because
it's 6 guys.
No.
No.
How dare you?
Yeah,
600
it
million
was
Jews.
600 million, bro.
Okay,
Yeah, that's why there's only like 50 left.
give or take.
Yeah, this.
Give or take 600 million.
Yeah. That Hitler took out 550.
It could have been 625.
We don't know.
No.
We just know that there's approximately 420 million Jews.
And look, not all Jews. There were black, gay, and retarded people there.
Right, but those
Yeah.
were
And
the
just,
black,
like,
gay,
and
retarded
anybody
Jews.
Hitler
How
didn't
much would you
like-
say
yeah.
out of 600 million? How many black, gay, retarded Jews were there in the Holocaust?
At least a million.
1%.
At least a million.
Yeah, at least
1%.
Out of
yeah.
600 million, I'm saying.
Sadly, they
there was at
experimented
least a
on a
million.
lot of them, actually, especially black folks. God,
Well, it's because we're tougher.
they thought so. They did all kinds of.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it
It's
is terrible.
fucking
I agree.
terrible.
I agree, and we will get our due back.
Is
We
that
will.
what this is
gonna be
with Kanye right now?
We
He's
will
like,
get it back.
we're gonna start concentration camps, Germans only. But
Oh,
but the
man.
rest of y'all are on notice.
No,
Look,
no.
I'm Indian then. God damn it.
Oh no! Tell him, Gavin. Tell him.
Oh, I'm brown. I'm brown. I'm not
Are
a white
you?
guy.
He's
yeah,
8%
I'm
Indian.
8.5%
My bad.
Punjabi Indian.
Punjabi.
Punjabi.
He's a fucking
Punjab.
high caste.
Yeah, no, we don't play around.
Right.
Punjabis are the white Indians.
That's
Yes,
dope, dude.
You know what?
They're lighter skin.
You know what happened?
I'm a light-skinned Indian.
You know what happened? An Indian man found him a white woman and just told her she was white. He was white. I'm white.
Yeah.
I have a theory on this. So the genetic test I did told me I'm also a descendant of this admiral from England who in the 1500s disguised himself as a pirate and started fucking up Spain. He was called El Drake. He was a bad motherfucker, and I'm a
Drake.
descendant. This was in the 1500s. In my genetic thing, they told me that my Indianness got introduced into my bloodstream in the 1500s.
Because of Drake.
Because of fucking Drake.
So-
Fucking Indian bitches.
So he
in
took.
Punjab.
So he took a Punjab whore.
He had them all over. If he's anything like me,
That's a good-
motherfucker
that's
was
a-
banging.
El
That's a
Drake.
good. That's a good man.
That's-
El Drake.
Yeah.
El Drake, man.
The dragon.
I just want to fuck every girl in the world.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
he wrote
Dragon,
that.
a
Yeah.
pirate
He wrote that
called
song.
the Dragon. That's who's my fucking
That is
ancestor.
fucking fearsome.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
A fucking white man who hates his country. He's like, fuck Spain.
Fuck Spain.
Fuck Spain.
He was English.
I'm the
and
dragon
he was an
now.
English admiral.
He was
He disguised himself as a pirate to fuck Spain up for the Queen.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
He was a secret agent pirate.
Secret agent pirate. Secret
agent pirate.
Dude, yeah, he's an undercover. He's undercover.
He's undercover Somali.
He walked into he walked into the Spanish dudes. He's like, I'm the dragon.
He don't even speak no Spanish. He was like, oh, my name the dragon.
Yo soy.
Yo soy El Dragon.
Yo, I'm the dragon, mate.
That is like in a crime movie. That is like the guy's undercover. He's like, I'm the dragon. They're like, you're a cop.
Exactly. And then he goes, and then like it's just like some kind of way the story goes, El Drake is here. El Drake.
No joke. Showtime made a series about my ancestor just recently, but they made him a pansy. And he was like a limp-wristed pirate, like avast, matey.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was a whole. I don't think it got past one season, but it was really fucking funny.
Damn.
One of the guys from Flight of the Conchords was.
Oh yeah, I saw
that
shit.
That was on Cinemax or HBO
Showtime,
Max.
I think.
Really?
I think it was a Showtime series. I'm
I
not
think
sure.
it's HBO.
But
I think
that's based
that's
on
on
my
HBO.
ancestors.
I saw that too, right?
I think it's on HBO.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's got Reese Darby and Waititi. What's his name? Taiki Waititi.
Yep.
That guy's awesome.
Yep, the whole show, and the show is fucking excellent. I
It's
really
really
liked
funny?
it. Yeah. I
Really?
like it.
I checked the first episode. I didn't really enjoy it.
The first one is slow. It kind of sets up the characters. It gets into a lot of action. The second, third,
Oceania people from Oceania.
Yeah.
Like those people are.
Well, no, generally I don't care for their country or their people, but I like
you talking
those specific ones.
New Zealanders.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You don't
Kiwi-
like them?
No, I don't like
You like Kiwis?
I don't like anybody from
Oceania?
anybody from Australia, Canada, England, or New Zealand,
or Mexico.
or or Mexico. Actually,
I
I don't like
get on board with
anybody.
half of that.
I don't like anybody from anywhere else besides America. That's my
If you're fucking
my
American,
official stance.
if you're fucking American, we fuck with you. If you're American,
yeah, if you're American.
But if you're not American,
I'm American.
I'm American too, bro. Born here.
That's American. That's almost more American than I am.
Well, no, dude. Like you're OG American, right? Like
that means you're the first immigrant. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's the Indians who are mad.
Yeah.
We don't say that anymore. We call them people of
what? Red?
color.
People from the Reds.
Shades of red.
Right.
That's what people of
We
shades
say
of
the
red.
Reds, the Blacks,
Yeah.
the Yellows, the Whites,
The reds, blacks, yellows, whites.
the Gays,
Oh my gosh.
the whole race.
the rainbows.
There's got to be some pushback on the gays. They've been winning too much.
Hey, look, the
they're
pendulum.
running up the score.
Hey, look, the
I got a
pendulum
new-
will swing back.
I got a new theory on why that is. I think that there's a lot of. I think that there's just too many closeted dudes out here,
Oh yeah.
and they've just been blackmailing the shit out of everybody.
That
Like
could be that.
especially politicians.
Conservative gay sex. I just find that so funny.
There's something in there.
I don't think-
I find
Because
funny.
like you know what, because you know what, because that the identity of being a conservative or a Republican or whatever,
Yeah.
does not gel with being a homo, right?
No.
No.
And so if they're
Well, but where does it?
that's the thing, right? It's like you're trying to attribute like
Well, we know it also. We also know that it does. We also know that there's like dudes that are just like men that
Yeah.
are just butt fucking each other. Like we
Right.
all know that.
yeah.
I would say in a conservative
Relationship, they definitely
I think all
relationship.
little fluid.
But in the conservative gay relationship,
They got gender roles.
yeah,
Right. They have.
traditional family values.
We're gay. We're a traditional gay family.
You see how his final sleeves are rolled up?
He's the bitch.
Clearly, we have a mommy and a daddy. fuck all these non-traditional gay families.
Horrible.
With their
Horrible.
not following. Listen,
fire upon all
we
of
have
them.
a stay-at-home gay dad and a
Gay dad, all right?
Funny.
Yeah, but okay, but how do you tell on stage?
I don't know. That's why I haven't done it yet. Yeah, it's like you almost have to be gay to really make it easy.
Yeah, but no. Don't just
be conservative, okay? And be like, as a conservative man,
you always
got to
go
from your angle.
Yeah.
Go from your angle. It's like
I'm not a conservative.
Well, you got to attack.
Then lie.
Always.
I'm gonna lie. I have been too.
Yeah,
Because
You
I'm
always.
funnier when people
You
see
always.
me as they see me.
Always try to outflank the defense in
Yeah.
comedy. That's, I think, the best strategy. Always. So if you can make fun of a conservative gay couple from like the more gay side of it, that's.
Yeah, show that you actually know about There's gay relationships and straight relationships.
Definitely.
They're very good.
Yeah, I got
all this. All of that. Look at all the dicks.
women are the race.
Doing that joke about how I think that there's no such thing as lesbians. Have you ever heard me tell that bit?
I've heard a bit of it. Yeah.
It did pretty good because I think everybody like they're like what, and then I'm like y'all ain't fucking. That's the whole bit. It's like y'all ain't fucking. Like I see you guys out here,
right,
going on dates and doing all this, but you ain't fucking, okay? And
That's 24 hours of foreplay every day.
Just, they have a word for it.
Stick it in.
No, that would ruin it.
Well, just edging all day.
Eternal edging.
Oh my God! One of my favorite new comedians, well, new to me, is this lesbian Jewish woman. She's got great movies. I wish I could remember her name.
Her name is Jessica Kirsten.
That's her.
Yeah.
Jessica Kirsten.
She's hilarious.
Oh, I'm addicted to her right now.
She's so fucking funny.
She talks to herself.
Yeah. Yeah, she's super
She's
funny.
old Jewish woman.
Yeah, she's cool as fuck, dude. I like her.
No,
I'd let her watch my kids though.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
I'd take her to Home Depot.
Cause like the funniness will rub off on her.
I think we would probably have
Yeah.
like similar tastes in women.
Yeah, absolutely.
that.
We'd be like, damn, look at that ass. And she'd be like, sticks her tongue out all the time. She's great.
Really?
Yeah.
That real performance. That's the thing about being in a bigger town.
Yeah.
Where comedy's bigger. You see so many more different styles of it. You know what I'm saying? Where then your creativity is forced to grow. Cause
Yeah.
like this fucker's up here doing. Turning her back and yada yada yada, doing all types of like I gotta come back. I can't just be talking. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do something else.
Yeah. Well, just I don't know. I
Like,
like
I would
it
say
when
this-
a comic is silly.
I'll say this, Yates. I'll say this, Yates. The moment you decide to add some locomotion, I told this Charlie not years ago, but last year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the moment you start to just add some movement to your shit, just start moving
for
around.
sure.
You be better. You be fine. Like man is a better animal when he's like pacing or
Yeah.
moving forward or something.
Yeah.
It's better to look at. You know,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
feel like they're expressing themselves.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
want to see a storyteller.
Exactly. I mean, it's like, and y'all aren't flat-footed
I
dudes.
disagree a little bit. I think that it's not about the movement; it's about the intentionality of the movement. That's what I think it is.
Look,
I think the fidgety and the
Oh, that's terrible.
That's
Yeah,
not good.
But that's nervousness. But
Yeah.
but if you can default into confidence
Yeah.
and be like Doug Stanhope,
Yeah.
he's not flat-footed. He's moving around, talking.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like he's not even one of my favorite comedians, but like as a performer, I look at him. He's like, oh, not only has he done it for so long, but how is he doing it? And it's like he's just himself in exaggerated form. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like. I mean, you know me. I'm pretty chill most of the time, right? And when I get on stage, I'm not.
No.
Right?
No,
and
yeah,
so
much more animated.
And so you have to be.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's like I can give the crowd an hour.
Yeah, that's why they're here. These people are here to be entertained. They're still fucking showing up.
There was like a mixed audience, and then we got like kind of like that. It's wind, and like all in that plan. And you see
An hour and 3 minutes. That's pretty solid.
We had a good conversation.
Thank you guys so
Yeah,
much.
we
This was enjoyable.
started on time, kind of.
And just to reiterate, we love the Jews.
Yeah, big fan of Jewish people.
And
Right,
Jessica Kirsten gets hot pussy, so you know
Hey,
that's a
she's the
joke
best.
about lesbians not
This,
fucking. fucking each
This
other.
part of the podcast is brought to you by we'resorry.com.
This was
This is the apology portion.
brought to you by pride.org.
Right. This part of the podcast is sponsored by wefuckedUp.edu. Okay? Don'tcancelus.org.
Don'tcancelus.org.
Holocaust was real.
Is that a thick Asian woman?
600 million Jews.
That's Korean.
You can tell by her flat face.
And the shape.
Oh my God.
You don't see a lot of skinny or fat Chinese people.
No, but
we're sorry
Koreans be
again.
fucking
Oh,
thick.
they eat them dumplings.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Dog, you know the first Asian woman I ever
We're
fucked
still
was
sorry.
a Japanese.
They're all dude.
I'm a straight man. What? I asked transgender Chinese.
No. Right here. No. Wait, no. Start right now. We have two.
Three laws on this show, right? We have Sturgill's law. We got some of the
Unified field theory of cool.
right? And now we're gonna introduce Gavin's law.
Gavin's law.
How fast it takes for someone to go gay?
You got tits.
You got tits and a dick. Gavin Yates will suck it.
You could be a balding 50-year-old man. If you have perfect fucking tits, I'll give you a reach around.
There you go.
Are you serious? All right, but you are serious about it.
I'm serious. And listen, to be a makes me stronger.
This part of the podcast is brought to you by